Today's video, I'm pulling back the curtain and we're going to reveal winning products I've sold within my own Amazon business. We're going to break down the numbers, the fees, buy costs, profits, how I found those items, and we're going to go actually live source for those items again, see if we can find them profitably. Let's get right into it. And before we get into the video, make sure if you haven't already joined our completely free Discord community with over 15,000 Amazon sellers, you take advantage of that. It's linked down below. It's completely free and always will be. We're here inside my computer screen. The software you're currently looking at is called Inventory Lab. This is what I use for listing products. It's just a lot quicker than Amazon Seller Central, as well as it helps with some accounting metrics that help me know a baseline of how my books are doing and everything. So right here we're seeing, so this first item, this Adidas Men's Light Racer Adapt 3.0 in a size 12. My cost per unit here was $30, and we have a sale breakdown showing what it's sold for. So it's sold for $65. And then buy cost was $30, and then Amazon referral fee was $9.75. So that's what it cost for that product to sell on Amazon. You know, in terms of their marketing and everything, what they do to actually get customers. And then the shipping cost was $12 because this is a shoebox, so it's a little heavier of a package and has to go in a box as opposed to just a small parcel. And so there was a total income of $65 on this sale, and expenses, product costs, fees, shipping, all that were $52, which ends up being a ROI of 44% about on a buy cost of $30, make back $13. That's not bad at all. So you can see the total profit margin was about 20%, ROI was about 45% or 44%. So that's not bad at all. Once again, Inventory Lab gives us a breakdown like this of each sale, which is super helpful to see those numbers. And we're going to jump over. So now we are here on Amazon. We're going to look at the Keepa on this item and break down why it was good. So let's look. So we sold it for $65. Current buy box is $76 right here. And let's say sale price $76. This is SellerAmp right here. Let's say we bought it for $30 right now. That would actually be an even higher ROI because the market's gone up since, and this is about a year ago that I sold. We would see the ROI would be a lot higher here. We can see trends over the current, and then we'll come down and take a look at this Keepa here and see that not a lot of people are selling this for whatever reason, and no one really FBAing it either besides briefly there in January. But here back last year the market was right around $70. My sales at $65, and we can see, we'll go to the 3-month chart, give a better indication of that. Keepa is absolutely necessary. You definitely need to have Keepa. And we can see new offer count has been pretty steady. This one guy's just been eating this listing. So if you can find this for 30 or 40 bucks, this is actually going to end up being a pretty good current lead as well if you're ungated in Adidas. So we see here 70, and this is a key too. The sales rank is super low. We can see the sales rank's 560, and it's pretty steady. Like, people like this shoe, and obviously there's lots of variations on this, as we can see here, because it's a shoe, so there's tons of different sizes. For whatever reason that doesn't want to load as well. Yeah. And then we'll see, let's look at some of the other sizes. Yeah, so 10.5. And it's a shoe, so there's less variations, which is why the Keepa looks a lot smaller here. And yeah, it's some of the other sizes. I hate this new Keepa update. We can see there's a bunch of variations, and some of these you would want to stay away from because Amazon's on it. We can see the orange here shows that Amazon themselves are selling it, so that's an item you want to stay away from for sure. And see, it's interesting that Amazon's on this listing, and there's still the new offer counts way higher, when if we go back to the black ones, we can see, and I've sold some of the gray too. Yeah, black, pull up. Oh, Amazon's on them themselves. It's just these higher sizes that Amazon isn't on. Yeah. Let's check some of these smaller ones. Oh, not available. Yes, if you can find that. Yeah, one offer, 67. Yeah, it must be pretty hard to find these, but in terms of how I source these, it was just completely manual. Like, for whatever reason, I just ended up finding this. I'll show you how I do that. So it starts with just a Google search here, and then go to shopping, filter for shopping, and then you can just go through and see what different sites have them. We see it, something like this that has a bunch of variations. It's harder to find that. It's harder to find it because there's a bunch of different colors and everything. But 49, let's check if 49 would work. And let's go back to that size 12. 49 and sale price of 79, 76. Yeah, that ROI is a little lower for what you'd want. And if we go here, all right, $39.99, that would probably work. Yeah, there we go. So that's 45%, assuming they had a size 12 and everything. So you can see I'm just digging and looking for these products on different sites and seeing what we can do. And that's the same for this next sale, which was in Ultraboost, which are super comfy shoes if you never tried them out. This one, so the ace in here, so that's like the Amazon identification number. So you can see it was about a year ago, right at the start of March. Cost per unit was $72 and sale price was $145. And we can see here, so shipping was about $12. The Amazon referral fee was $21.75, and then some type of extra little shipping fee was in there. Don't worry about that. So that was a total profit of $45, which was a net margin of about 30%, like we can see here, which is super good. And then an ROI of 63%, which is just beautiful. And that was an 8.5 in these. So we can see here. Right now, the current margin, looking at SellerAmp, so the current buy box, $199. So if we paid that $72 that we already paid, we would make a lot. Yeah, so we'd make $90 profit per item, which is pretty crazy here. Looking at the Keepa, so it's been pretty stable right around that $200. New offer count not too high. It must be pretty hard to find this pair. I remember just buying it off Adidas.com a year ago when I was doing this. And then looking at the year chart on Keepa, you can see how it's performed over time. So we can see here, what was my sale price? Yeah, $144. Yeah, okay, so $145, I bet. Yeah, so the market was lower last year, and we can see here on the offer count there were a lot more sellers last year, and now that there's less sellers, the price went up a lot. But the sales rank is pretty steady to what it was in the, well, I guess it was a little lower last year when the price was lower, but either way, there's not a massive difference here. It's still selling a lot, especially because even if the rank was lower, there were way more sellers, so the buy box distribution is probably a lot more centralized here, just because there's a lot less sellers and everything. So looking at what this is moving for, so let's see here if we could pay. Let's see if we paid like 100 for these. So we'd still make 62%. 120. 120 would yeah, still be 35%. So just like we did with the last item, in order to just find this on see if we can find it on Google and everything here. Alright, so we want this black and white colorway. Alright. It's looking like these might be, so these are called, yeah, Ultraboost 20, so now that it's in 2022, it might be pretty hard to find these. Triple white 180. Let's see if 180 would definitely not work. Yeah, we lose 10%. Not ideal there. Yeah, and we can see here in the Keepa that these are a lot harder to find now. We can see the price is up, right, like 30% since last year. Let's check some of these other sizes. And I know for someone in the comments you can click Google. It didn't work for me when I tried it earlier. And rerun, or I guess this would be a rerun then. Yeah, so we can see pretty steady here as well. Let's check a few more of these sizes. Yeah, and then the year chart, we're going to see here, I bet it got harder to find these. Not too much, it's pretty steady, and the price relatively stayed the same. But this is still, if you can find this under, we'd want it at like 120, 115. Maybe an Adidas outlet find, yeah, 115 would be good. Currently unavailable. Let's check 13 here. Yeah, wow, 305. Wow, so those are just, I can't believe someone's actually paying that for these, because I think they retail for 180 or 200 bucks. They were really high last year too. So if you can find this black Ultraboost pair under 120 bucks and the other pair around like 40, that's definitely good profit there. So that is a breakdown of some items here that I've personally sold. The reason why I started out selling shoes was because basically the Nike Ungate and Adidas Ungate was really helpful in getting me going and everything, and I had come from the shoe reselling world, so that came really natural to me. I know a lot of guys that currently are in the past doing shoe reselling or make the Amazon transition. They're welcome in with open arms. It's a lot easier on Amazon. There's a lot more supply. You can literally sell all different types of items. So make that change if you're considered and everything. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. Make sure to subscribe below if you haven't already. Join the Discord. Check out the FBA roadmap. Do what you got to do. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks a lot.